Oh, Libra, Libra, Libra. We started off really super good, and I've not processed it all yet. But of course, you're a Libra and you got to be complicated. I'm a Scorpio, and someone important in my life is a Libra, so I like to harass them. So, all right. So, what we have coming in as your energies this month are you're pulling in a lot of nostalgia from the past. This is your past card. This is a past card in the past card position. um, the Six of Cups can really talk about young love kind of stuff, nostalgic moments that are emotionally attached to you. Or it can also talk about like just um, now holding some of your innocence, um, going back to simple things or ways you communicated or ways that you showed your love for people or, simpler times in our life and what mattered to us and what felt good to us. And it has you holding your energy for the month of May as the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is very emotionally mature and adjusted and passionate and able to, show love, receive love, and has a really good relationship with those kinds of energies. And coming up as your challenge this month is the Two of Wands. So you may be taking a pause to look at how things are going, and this coming up in the challenge position. Are you looking when you shouldn't be looking though? Like, is now really the time to pause? Is and considering this is a general reading, I like to, with my challenge cards, kind of play both sides of the spectrum. So whether you're paused right now, and maybe you shouldn't be, or you should maybe learn to take a breath and appreciate that moment and take consideration. But regardless, I would take this as a time to reflect, but not be still, if that makes sense. And you're really focused on some unhealthy thought patterns. You may be very aware of how some of this negative stuff in your head is affecting your life. It may, some of this, the nostalgia and sharing more of your heart, being more emotionally open and receptive, may have you taking a good, long, hard look at yourself and how you treat yourself. Because you can give love away all day, but if you don't know how to receive it, or to even love yourself, then what good is it for? And I'm hoping, anyway, that this has you beginning to come to terms with some of these unhealthy behaviors that you have, as far as limiting what you're capable of, limiting what you think you can do with your life or how you can feel or what you can accomplish. This card speaks to me of those moments where you're setting expectations and things aren't just going perfect, and you start to feel badly about yourself or blame yourself, and you just fall down this rabbit hole of negative thought processes, and then it's really hard to get back out of that. And that's not loving behavior. People who love themselves don't talk to themselves that way. Think about some of the ways you talk to yourself. Would you ever talk that way to your child or your significant other or your mom or your best friend? Would you tolerate anyone else talking to them that way? No. Why would you talk to yourself that way? and you have a strength of being really comfortable in your physical body, which is important. It's important to be able to come into your body and not be too in your head. But I just want to call to attention that just because you're good at being in your body and enjoying the space around you and making your space comfortable, don't use that as a way to forget about self-care. Don't get so in your body. Like, I see this as, I almost saw this as someone getting drunk or, whatever, just so they can not deal with their thought processes when it first came up. But it's in your strength. So if that applied to you, you were meant to hear it. But for everyone else, use your ability to come into your body to help you with this stuff. If you find yourself thinking bad thoughts, stand up and move. Do grounding exercise. Do something in your environment that helps you soothe or comfort yourself, whether it be the textures in your space, the smells in your space. Be mindful of your space being comfortable and for you to, and help you to not have these continual thoughts. You may need to clean out some of your space and reevaluate what physically works and doesn't work for you, or makes you feel good about yourself or doesn't feel good about yourself, because you're really going to be going through a time of judging who you are, how you spend your time, holding yourself accountable. Again, this is really good work if it's not all negative work. So I see this as using your strength of coming into your body and maybe even doing yoga or something that just physically moves you and connects you to your spirit will be able to help you go through this judgment period being much kinder to yourself. So when I see the judgment card, to me, it's not necessarily like judge and jury, this, I'm going to seal your fate. It's more of a holding yourself accountable. What can I control? What can I not control? What am I personally accountable for? What are my behaviors? How do I treat myself? How do I treat others? How do I love myself? How do I love others? If my day were to come to an end and I was going to be held accountable for all of my actions, where am I going to fall on the scale? And do I feel good about the choices I'm making? Like, this is some serious stuff. So please, for the love of all things good, Libra, try really hard to do this in a healthy, productive way. Don't just beat the shit out of yourself for no reason, because it's not going to benefit you. And we, in your suggestions area is the Tower, which I find almost comical, but sometimes you have to take control of those Tower situations, and you may even have to create them. In my Leo reading, I felt like they had control of their Tower situation. If they didn't make it happen, they knew darn well it was coming. So Libra, it may be time for you to do that as well. And this may be going into some of that astrological stuff that I don't feel confident enough to talk about. But I feel like mid-May, with the shifts that are happening there, it's going to be some serious shakeups for people. But most of them, all the ones I've encountered so far with reading, doing readings, of course, I don't feel like I'm a fortune teller, but I feel like because people are aware of what's happening and in good emotional places, that this Tower energy is like, okay, I knew it was coming. I know this is happening, or I know it has to happen. I'm going to take some control here, and now I'm going to be able to move through this transition feeling like, I almost said feeling like I have the upper hand, but it's not really that feeling. It's just feeling like, maybe it is that I had the upper hand. I don't know. Now I can't think of anything else. So that Tower energy, like, Libra, if you got to tear crap down to the foundation and rebuild it the way you want it to be built, then freaking do it. Like, really. You have the strength, you have the ability, you have the power to do that. You have the power, and even to do that within yourself. If you need to rip yourself down to your bones and put yourself back together in a way that you talk to yourself better and you treat yourself better and you see your self-worth, then do it. Like, don't hold yourself back from that. And you need to know that it is going to cause uncomfortableness. You know, this is a card of practice, as depicted here, like people fighting MMA or, you know, any of those like mixed martial arts type stuff. Like, yes, it's a conflict, it's a fight, but are you learning something? Are you gaining something? This kind of energy is, yeah, it's hard work and it's uncomfortable, and I might get the snot knocked out of me a little, but I'm going to learn a lot from it, and I'm going to progress, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to change, and I'm aware, again, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that this is going to kick the crap out of me a little bit, but I'll be all right. Like, I got it. I'm good. And then we come over here to the Wheel of Fortune, and I feel like you just want a lucky break, Libra. Like, you just want this to, like, you want to hit the jackpot. So how I interpret this card quite frequently is that, you know, the world's spinning, the world cycles, our planets have cycles, our seasons are like all of these cycles, they're all happening. We have no control of them, right? We're just living here on this planet, and we might have some control about where we live on the planet or the capacity at which we live on it. But that's about it. And we only have control of our perspective on our environment. Like, I can't tell the weather not to weather. I can say I don't like the rain, but the rain's still there. So it's my perspective. I can either not like the rain or be happy I get to go snuggle in bed a little longer because I'm not doing yard work today because it's raining, or whatever. Like, however you need to see this of coming in, you want things to line up though. This is coming in the hopes and fears section, and I would typically more so focus on getting your perspective right with this card. I feel like you just want to hit a lucky day, and that's okay. You know, I can't promise you it's going to happen. I don't, like, we don't have that control, but that's what you want. You want to just be like, win the lotto and everything is good. I don't know if that's realistic, Libra. You can keep trying though, because somebody's got to win, right? I don't know. But we're going to end down here with the 8 of Wands. So whatever this is, once that Tower happens, you may be able to get to a space where you've really got some momentum and you're moving in a really good direction, and you have control over where you're, you know, launching your stuff out into the universe. Like, this is me, and this is how I feel, and I'm feeling really good about my life, and I'm in a good place, and I'm holding myself accountable for my actions, and I'm progressing forward as a human being. That was kind of a long rant, but that's just how I feel this all coming together, is you being able to work through that crap in your head and get somewhere where you feel like you can have the momentum and head in the direction you really want to. So going all the way back to the very beginning of starting with this King of Cups and the 6 of Cups, what brought you into all of this was nostalgia and real love and compassion and understanding. So give that to yourself and allow people to give it to you too. And just continue coming from a space of love, and I don't feel like any of the rest of it can go wrong. That's where you're leading from. That's where you're coming from. Hold on to that feeling of wanting more love. Let love be your beacon. That's one of these cards that I'm about to pull. It's in there, and it keeps coming to mind. Let love be your beacon, and you'll be all right. So let me get a card pulled for you. I think we're going to take that one. Empowerment. This is a beautiful card too. And this is 45. I'm going to read the book just because, why not? The moment for respect for life and all living things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of the earth, is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action to remove difficulties and resolve problems. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come from. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that had not occurred to you earlier. Once you have picked up these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action to take, take it. This is a really pretty card, and I'm just kind of like skimming back through. You're being directed to take action to remove difficulties and resolve problems. So, again, going back to this Tower energy, that just really stood out to me when I was reading that. You know whatever this is, you know it's coming your way, and you know that it's for the greater good. You know that the Tower currently standing there for you, it's time for a remodel, you know, and it's okay to rip it all down and rebuild it. You're feeling some nostalgia here, so don't carry that to this. Don't think, oh, I can keep fixing it and I can keep patching it and I can keep, no, burn that bitch. Like, burn it down all the way to the ground and start over again. Like, whatever this is in your life that's not serving you and is and it may very well be associated with this aiding in this self limitation stuff that you have going on. So, you know, get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's not helping you at all, Libra.